Saturday hauling for you guys today, and I'm going to start off with a few repurchases. I found a single Lonely Only Sun Balm SPF 30 Mineral Lip Balm inside of Ulta. It was the only one that they had. These were sold out online. They were on sale for a bit, so maybe that's why they sold out, and I'm just hoping that they didn't discontinue this. But it's my favorite lip balm for the summertime with the SPF 30, and I'd mentioned it before. It does kind of goop up on the inner rim of the lips, especially if you do a lot of talking and stuff like that, so I do have to wipe it off and reapply it because of that, but it's very hydrating and my lips never burn. And one of the other things that I really like is the white mineral cast of this mixed in, because it does have one, but it's not as bad as some mineral lip balms that I've tried. It mixes with the kind of darker pigmentation of my lips and makes them look like a milky baby pink, and I really like that too. So anyway, I've been using this product for years actually, and have gone through several of them. A few of them have made it through the washing machine as well, but I always have this in my pocket when I'm outside riding and outside in general in the summertime. So I was able to find one and I was happy about it. Maybelline was also buy two get one free, so I got another one of the Firework mascara. This is the mascara that I've got on my lashes today. This one is just in the black tube. I don't find a difference between this one in the black tube versus the pink tube. I find the formula to be the same and stuff like that, so it's just a black packaging, I guess. This is Electro Black is what they call it. I know I've shown this mascara and talked about it a few times, but this is what the wand looks like. This is the one that I have got in use right now. Very similar to the Maybelline Sky High, but there's more product in here. So I've been using that for quite a while, the Firework one. Prior to that, it was the Sky High from Maybelline. And then I thought I'd gotten a different shade of this, but apparently I got the same shade that I'm already using, which is fine because it actually matches me really well. But this is the Maybelline Super Lock Tinted Brow in Medium Brown 257. They recently came out with tinted versions of this. They originally launched a clear one, which I'd been through several tubes of and had mentioned how much I wish that there was tinted versions. Now there are tinted versions, so I got another one of the same shade. I do have this in my brows today with the NYX brow pen as well, and I just really like this product for like spike and hold. It just really lifts and holds brows really well. So the other product, which I purchased the burgundy one of this and really like the color of it, so I decided to go ahead and get the brown one as well. These are the Tattoo Studio Dip Ink Liquid Liners. So this is 101 Brown Expression. This is what the packaging looks like. I'll swatch it next to the burgundy one as well. 0.06 fluid ounces or 2 milliliters of product, and this guy is made in Korea. So these do have a felt tip pen, but there's an inkwell, so like you can just go like this to shake it up, and there's a little like ball in there that shakes up the product. But it's long and quite pointy, and a decent amount of product comes out on it. So it's fairly easy to use for how I like to do winged liner. Again, this is the shade that I've got on today, and I'll kind of leave both of these on as well on the back of my hand so you can see the dry down of them, because it's just a really nice kind of satin finish to it. And the first shade that I bought was Burgundy Boost, which is a burgundy, which I've worn this an absolute ton too. It's just a really pretty color. So I've really been enjoying both of these. I don't have any smudging or anything like that with my watery eyes. They last really well too. I was actually thinking about getting the black one too because I like the formula. So there's the brown one and then the burgundy one, and I'll just leave them there again because they're not quite dried down yet. I also grabbed another shade of the Caliray Lip Guard SPF 31 High Shine Broad Spectrum Gloss Balms. I had hauled two, I think it was last week or the week before, but I got San O. I was kind of hoping to get one that had a little bit more like peachy coral in it, but this one is still quite pink, I would say. So again, this is San O, 0.15 fluid ounces of product and made in the USA. So that is the box packaging. And I'll swatch the other two shades that I got too, just so you could see them. I really didn't need all three shades of these. I feel they're pretty interchangeable, just a very light tint to them. But I thought there'd be, I don't know, a little more coral. I was hoping for a little more orange coral is what I'm trying to say. They have a kind of a nice sweet tart type of a scent to them. That's what the packaging looks like. And these have got just the subtlest taste after you have it on for a while, because there is a chemical sunscreen in octisalate, but not anything near what chemical sunscreen lip products can taste like in the mouth. And then the other active in here is zinc oxide. So that one is San O. And then let me grab the other two to swatch next to them. So we've got Echo, which is a purpley pink. This one's Echo. And then we have got the shade Zuma, which is a baby pink. So yeah, as you can see, I didn't need all three of these. And then there you can see the dry down of those liners as well. It's like a satin finish. I also picked up the new-ish Merit, the Uniform Tinted Mineral Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF 45, 1.7 fluid ounce, 50 milliliter, zinc oxide. It's non-nano zinc oxide, fine natural powders, lightweight emollients, proprietary pigment dispersion technology. I got the shade 20 Palomino Sand, which, not my shade. It's like way off. I was really having a hard time picking what shade to use. This is very warm on me, and it's I think it's more like along the lines of medium. I've got it on. I've got one pump of this on today, mixed in with the number 7 Protect and Perfect in Cool Vanilla, which has been my go-to for a very long time. I've just really been loving that brands have been coming out with nice SPF products for the skin, which they could be hard to find, but a lot more brands are doing it, and again, I really like that. So I can't really say how this is by itself on the skin. I think it's a very light coverage, like, because I did take a swipe of it and put it on my bare skin before I got in the shower that day, but the color's just so off. So I'm contemplating buying another, like the lighter cool shade, which is probably going to be too light for me, but then I'd mix the two, you know. But I just don't know. It's fine mixing it with the number 7 too, but I like the packaging, this squeezy tube right here with a pump on the bottom. I really wish that Dr. Jart would come out with a packaging like this. Really nice packaging. So let me put a bit on the back of my hand. It is just very, very warm on my skin tone, and if memory serves me correctly, I always go for the cool based off the description online, and this is, as you can see, very warm, borderline kind of orange. Yeah, and I would say it's got a light coverage, so you can see I went over that little freckle right there, and it doesn't like cover it up by any means. It just has a nice tint to it. So let me know your thoughts on it down below. Like, should I get another shade of it? I really want to. I have one in my bucket right now, the lightest one with the cool undertone to mix with it, but we'll see. It hasn't like posed any irritation or any dryness when I mix it with the number 7 or anything like that. It feels quite comfortable on the skin, and again, I do have one pump of this mixed in with that number 7 on my skin today, but yeah, I probably will end up getting another shade. Again, this is the Merit, the Uniform Tinted Mineral Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF 45. And again, the shade right there is number 20. And then e.l.f. came out with a brow pen. It's the Holy Strokes Microfine Brow Pen. Light, buildable pigment, waterproof and smudge resistant, microfine brush tip. So I got the shade Neutral Brown. This is what the box looks like. There's 0.02 ounces, fluid ounces, or 0.7 milliliters, and this guy's made in China. So I really like the little skinny pen on this. I do not have this in my brows today. It does say shake well, and I do like tip it upside down, or I had been to use it. It's just really hard for me to get product in my brows, so I don't know if it's because of the super lock that I put on first, even though I put that product on and I kind of do some other makeup before I even go in with a brow pen. Like I finish my eyeshadow and liner and stuff like that before, so it's really dried down when I use it, but it is definitely light. So the description on here being light buildable pigment, I would say is probably true, and I really like this little fine point on there, but it was really hard for me to get the definition in my brows, you know. So there it's kind of building up a little bit. So again, I don't know if it just has a hard time sticking, you know, to the NYX, or not the NYX, excuse me, the Maybelline Super Lock Brow Stuff. But I don't prefer this over the NYX, which is what I've got my brows with the Maybelline. This is the shade Ash Brown. I'll just swatch it so you can just see the difference. It's quite substantial, right? So maybe I just need a darker shade. I'm not sure, because I really want to love this. So I'm like thinking to myself, should I get another shade? But when I first got the pen, I mean, I really had to shake it up, and then I had to like go like this to get product to come out, you know. One thing I will say about that e.l.f. one is I had swatched it on the back of my hands, and then I had showered that night, and there was still a stain remnant of that pen on my hand. So I should probably get a makeup wipe and try to wipe it off right away. So the longevity in terms of like a slight staining effect is true to it. So I just wish it would like adhere to my brow a little bit better. And maybe it's because I do need a, you know, darker shade, but it's a neutral brown, and the shade is actually quite nice too, as you can see. This is just like a deeper version of it, but I just had to work at it. I had to work at it. So I'll keep trying, and maybe I'll pick up a deeper shade, but so far it's not beating the NYX, what is it called? Lift and Snatch Brow Tint Pen for me. But that's the new e.l.f. Holy Strokes Micro Fine Brow Pen right there. I also seen this new powder from LA Girl. It's the Pro Setting Brightening Loose Setting Powder, color correct and mattify, 0.176 ounces or 5 grams of product. There are a few shades of this in like the display. The shade that I got is soft pink, and this one here is made in China. So this is the box packaging. And what really made me want to pick this up is it does have water in it. It's the it's the 4th ingredient. So you guys know I've been trying to find a dupe for the Flower Nose Circus powder, which is one of, no, it isn't one of, it is the best under eye setting powder I have ever tried. So I've been trying to find like a dupe for it, because they no longer like sell that product. It was part of a collection kind of before Flower Nose blew up. I had like did some hauls with their stuff. It was really hard to get on some like Asian beauty sites and stuff, and then when it was harder to find, I had just like stockpiled it. And again, it's the best under eye setting powder I've ever tried. Anyway, the number one ingredient in that powder is water. So I've been trying different powders that have water in it, and I was hoping for the best with this guy here. The packaging, it's got a screw top lid, there is a puff inside, and then it's got the cap, which I really like this style of packaging where it's got the cover and then the lid where I can dump it in the lid, you know. But that is what the product looks like. It's a really nice pink shade, and this really had potential because the set looked really nice. However, there's like a pearl in it, and like a pearl does not look cute underneath the eyes if you have got like fine lines and stuff like that. And there's, you know, the eye area really gets the fine lines before any other like skin on the face, you know. So that just did it for me. I was like, nope. Because it's got this slight bit of a sheen to it, and that just does not look cute underneath the eyes. And I believe when I had looked, there is mica in here. Yeah, mica is the number one ingredient, which tends to have a pearl to it. There have been powders that had mica in them that didn't show a pearl to it, so I wasn't like leaning on it that it was going to be shiny or anything like that. But for underneath the eyes, this is definitely a no-go, but it does feel really, really nice and smooth. So maybe I should just try it all over the face. But as you can see, it has a brightening effect, so if I put it all over the face, it's going to lighten up my skin a decent amount, I think. But I think it would be prettier as a face powder, but I just wish the shade was maybe more of a skin tone instead of a brightening kind of pink color. I just wish it wasn't shiny, because it does have potential. Like the finish of the actual powder underneath, like it wasn't super detectable or anything like that. It was that sheen that made it detectable, you know. So anyway, that's the LA Girl Pro Setting Brightening Loose Setting Powder right there, again in the shade soft pink. I also picked up the new Benefit Glow Lala Velvet Gleam Illuminating Powder. I think it's called an illuminating powder. 3 grams or 0.1 ounces of product. Not a lot of product that you're getting in here, and this guy is made in Italy. So the shade that I got is the lightest one. I swatched them in store and they were so shiny. I was tempted by the golden one too, but I got the lightest one in Rhea so it's fair light. This is the box packaging. Again, 0.1 ounces, not a lot of product in here. A lot of packaging for not a lot of product. That is the inside. I think this packaging is just overkill for that, but the sheen on this is really pretty when you first look at it. On the skin, not so much. Like if I were to compare it to the new NARS light reflecting powder, which I really like. This super shiny. It's very smooth on the skin, although because of that shine it does emphasize some texture because it's so shiny. This one right here, it doesn't go on as smoothly as the NARS. It ends up looking patchy, and for whatever reason it emphasizes texture I didn't even think I had on my cheeks. I do not have this on today. I wore it 2 days in a row and I just did not like the way that it looked as a highlighter on my face, because again it just emphasizes texture so much. Like when you swatch it, it's super smooth, super shiny looking, you know, but on the skin it's no dice man for me. And it doesn't look very smooth either while emphasizing that texture. I just don't like the way that it looks. I'll go ahead and swatch the NARS one too, kind of for what it's worth, so you can see, because the tones of the two are quite similar. This one is Eros again. The NARS one I feel is actually shinier than the Benefit one. So you can just see that. It just even looks smoother just when I like swiped it across. But I don't care for this at all. It's again the Benefit Glow La La Velvet Gleam highlighter, I would call it, in Rhea. Again, it's right there. Not cute on the skin. I also picked up 2 of the new Fenty Beauty Traced Out Pencil Lip Liners. I placed a pretty good size order on Ulta. They recently did like a 20% off coupon, and they split my order in half, so I got half of it and half of it is still not here. So I only have the one shade today to show you guys, but I got Apricot number 11, and this is the liner that I've got on my lips today. This is 1.24 grams or 0.044 ounces of product, and this guy here is made in Germany. So I've worn this like 3 times so far. I do really like the shade. It's just a really easy to wear shade. This formula is very creamy, like easy to glide on, so you can see very smooth formula. I had purchased the shade, which it's around here somewhere, peanut butter first, and I haven't worn that one very much because it's pretty dark, like on my skin tone, but it is a really pretty nude lip liner. It's just very pigmented and a little bit darker than like an everyday for me. But this, again, this is Apricot. Now, because I've worn this quite a few times, I really have a better feel for the formula now than I did when I purchased peanut butter. So this is the kind of lip liner formula that if you were to like say you filled in your whole lips and then you went like this, the liner will stick to itself and it will pick it up and look patchy. So when I use this, I just use it as a liner around the lips, and then whatever lip product that I put on over it, I make sure to take the lip product over the lip liner, because if I do go like that on my lips and that liner touches on the edges, it lifts it up because it sticks to itself. So other than that, it's got nice longevity for the most part, but that's probably the only thing that I don't care for about this liner, because I do have to kind of be mindful of it. And like when it lifts, it's very obvious, you know, there's like a missing piece of pigment on your lips. So I just have to really make sure that I take whatever lip product, lipstick or whatever I put on over the edge of this lip liner so that it doesn't touch and like stick to itself. So that's the formulation of that, and that is the new shade again in Apricot, and I do have it on today as well. And this is a sharpening style pencil too. And then the lip product that I have that lip liner on with is a new one from Essence. It's the Glossy Glaze High Shine Lipstick, and I have the shade number 2 on Cloud Nude. So I had to take the sticker off because it was like holding it together, but the information isn't on the actual packaging. But this has got 0.06 ounces of product, and it's made in the PRC. So there is the sticker again, number 2 on Cloud Nude. So the formula is really similar to their Juicy Balm Glossy Butter Balms. These guys right here, which they came out in, I think there's 6 different shades and flavors. Like they've got like a different fruit scent and flavor to them with a light tint to them. Some of them are a little bit more pigmented than others, and I'd actually used up an entire one of these. I used up the green one. Really like these products. So the formula of this guy is quite similar to that, but they've got more pigment to them, and this is actually like the perfect color to go with that apricot lip liner from Fenty that I just swatched. It's such a pretty color, very like light but nude, easy to wear, moisturizing, glossy, feels nice, like just a super nice lip product. And it's very interesting because you would think that a product like that being quite glossy and soft would gather a lot on the inner rim of my lips, but like even with all this talking and stuff, I don't have any of that. So I really like that about this too. There's only like, I don't know, there's only like 5 shades or something. But this is a really great formula, and it matches that apricot lip liner from Fenty super well. So that is the On Cloud Nude Glossy Glaze High Shine Lipstick from Essence right there. Very nice. And it does have a slight, pleasant, sweet scent as well. Are we ready for some blushes? I still can't stop, won't stop with the blushes. Okay, I purchased 4 of the Ciele SPF 50 liquid blushes. I've got 3 so far. They came out with 2 new shades, and then I got 2 of the other shades. So I have all of them. They're an SPF 50, and they're just really nice cream blushes. So I've got the new shade in Berry on my cheeks today. And these have 0.19 fluid ounces or 5.5 milliliters. And these guys here are made in the USA, and there is an expiration date on the box as well. This says 4 of 2027. So again, I got 4 shades, and I will swatch all 4 of the new shades that I just got, as well as the 3 shades that I already have that I've used an absolute ton as well. And I've mentioned it before, but the Ciele packaging could, they could beef it up a little bit. It feels a little bit chintzy. Like one of my lids has got a gap in it right here, and I can't twist it any tighter. It just like stops. But anyway, the Berry shade, which is what I have on today, will be the first one that I swatch. These are mineral SPF as well. So this is Berry right there. And then they also came out with a shade called June. And my idea with purchasing this color was that I could use it as a liquid bronzer. And I tried to do it like that, but it actually sheared out to be a real rosy bronze color. So I still prefer using the Ciele bronzing sticks, which I do have on my face as well today. And then using this as a blush. And when I kind of blend it out with my finger, you'll be able to see that a little bit better. It does provide a nice light rosy bronze by itself, but I do wish for a little bit more, so I do like to use this more as a blush than a liquid bronzer, which is what I was gonna do. I almost was gonna buy their bronzing drops. They have good reviews, and I think there was an ingredient in there that kind of made me a little bit hesitant to it that I thought might break me out. I can't remember exactly what. I think that's what it was. These I don't have any like issues with on my skin at all. I really like them, obviously. So that one is June, and then I've got the shade Christy, which is a light nude, and I also got the shade Bahati, which has got like a rosy pink color to it. These ones blend out to be a bit light. So I just have to use more product, but they're still really pretty on the skin, and I don't mind using more product because again they have SPF 50 in them. And these are like, these SPF blushes are like my big time go-to when I know I'm going to be outside a lot. These are the ones that I use, even though I've got a lot of like the Dior cream blushes and some other ones I'm going to show you in a minute. If I know I'm going to be outside in the sun, I will just reach for these guys because again, that SPF. And then the 3 shades that I already have, we've got January, a really pretty pink, and then we've got Giselle, which is like a lighter version of the Berry. So this one's a Giselle, and then we have got Elodie, which is a warm pink. So this one is Elodie. I think, based off of looking at this range, I think that it's lacking a real punchy orange or a real punchy coral. I'm just saying, Ciele, just saying. So those are the 7 shades of blush from Ciele. Just want you to see kind of how they blend out there. And then these guys. Super, super pretty. And I did just wipe those off, and I'm noticing on the back of my hand here, because I never really kind of swatched that shade on the back of my hand, the berry does have a little bit of a staining effect to it. I don't really notice, like, you know, when I wash my face that my cheeks look that color, but just wanted to mention it. All the others just kind of wiped off. More cream stick blushes. I picked up 3 shades of the new Unreal Blush Healthy Glow sticks from Charlotte Tilbury. So these have got 0.31 ounces of product, or 9 grams. And these guys here, find where you're made on the packaging. It's always like a search party, right? They are made in Italy. So these are the 3 shades that I got. It does say on here, lit from within, soft focus glow. I can attest to that. Hydrating, smoothing, blurring effect. They feel hydrating, not so sure on the smoothing and blurring. Weightless second skin finish. They don't feel heavy or anything like that. Effortless glow glide balm texture, and they do have a effortless glow glide balm texture. So that's the box packaging. I'm probably gonna get the other 3 shades. I believe there's 6 available, right? Yep, they're kind of along the same vein for me as the Dior stick blushes, which I also really love, where I just want them all. So the packaging, I do like the looks of it, and it does have a decent weight to it, I would say. However, I think it was the shade Pretty Glow, this purple one, when I had opened it and popped the lid off, this entire component was not in, and I had to like jam it back in the packaging before I had even like used it, you know. So it's a little, it feels nicely weighted, it looks really pretty, but there is something about it that feels a little bit on the cheap side. However, that does not take away from the product, and I really like that these are color coded as well, because how easy to pick the shade, you know. So I'll start off with Pretty Glow, which is the purple pink color. So that one is Pretty Glow. And then we've got Peachy Glow, which is a peach. So that one is Peachy Glow. And then the third one is Cherry Glow. And I've worn all 3 of these, and they're just really easy to use, nicely pigmented, blend out really well with a sponge. I just underpaint with them. So yeah, I will be picking up the other 3. Out of control, man, out of control. So let's just kind of blend them out so you can see kind of how they blend out. I feel like you can easily shear them out if you want, or build them up as well, depending on how much color you want. That's a pretty easily customizable thing you can do with the formula. But there they are, blended out right there. Again, those are the new Unreal Blush Healthy Glow Sticks from Charlotte Tilbury right there. And then I feel like it's been a while since Lancome has put something out that really caught my eye, but this one did. It just looked really pretty, and it was exciting because, again, Lancome hasn't put something out like this for a while, I feel like. So it's the new Idole Cafe Crush Lancome in Shikadali eyeshadow palette. So 15.6 grams or 0.55 ounces of product. This is the box packaging. The actual packaging is nicely weighted. It feels really nice in the hand. It's got the fancy kind of rounded corners. It is a magnetic closure. And then there is a mirror in there, and it's got a saying from Shika, which I'm not familiar with who that is, to be honest. But here is the eyeshadow palette. So this is actually what I've got on my eyes today, and I wore this yesterday as well with the same brown Maybelline liner, and I just really like that combination of the liner and this palette. And there's something about especially today's look that really gives Tom Ford body heat vibes. Like, it just looks smoky and like hot, like it's like 100 degrees outside, which is, I mean, it's pretty hot and humid out. But I really like the vibe of that, this real smoky, sultry look. And both looks that I've done out of this so far have come out like that, and I really, really like them. The formulation is really nice as well. It's not like, you know, something super unique or anything like that, but the color story of it, and the pairings and also the shadows themselves are really, really nice. So hopefully you can kind of see in the swatches there. This is also made in Italy, which I forgot to mention. And these are not in individual pans. These are the kind that are like poured in, you know, which I believe Lancome does that type of formulation a lot, or has done a lot of. And then these guys. Easily a one and done palette as well. Nice array of tones, light, medium, and dark. And then this last bit here. It's neutral, but it's not neutral. Like, even this gold shade's got a little bit of green to it. You've got some berries in there. I wasn't sure, you know, what to expect, but I really like the looks that come out of here. I love the way that the eyeshadow turned out today as well, and I love it with that brown liner, like I said. So really nice palette there, neutral, kind of neutral leaning palette from Lancome. Again, this is the Idole Cafe Crush eyeshadow palette right there. And that's everything that I got in that I purchased this week. I did get in 2 really great PR packages. Kaleidos sent me over like a re-up for the summer of products. It was like a huge box with a ton of products, and I've got all of these already, and I'm not sure like what's going on with Kaleidos. Maybe they're doing a rebrand or something, but Kaleidos is a brand that I've liked since they came out, so it'll be fun when they start coming out with new products. I hope that they're gonna do that. I don't know that for sure, but I hope that they are, because again, it's a brand that I've really enjoyed since they've come out. But I just wanted to say thank you to them for re-upping me on a bunch of products and stuff that I don't need another one of. If the product that I have already is still good, then I can donate, which is great. So huge thank you to Kaleidos for sending over that package as well. And lastly, I got in another PR package from Youth to the People, which you guys know I really love as a skincare brand. And they sent over 2 products that I have actually got currently in the shower. It's the Double Cleansing Duo, Cleanse It, Exfoliate It. It says start with our best-selling superfood cleanser to gently remove makeup, SPF, and any lingering winter dryness without stripping your skin. Your everyday cleanser, perfect for a fresh spring start. And then exfoliate it at least 3 times per week. Use our exfoliating superfruit cleanser to instantly smooth and brighten with its gentle acid blend and superfruit extracts. This formula is ideal for revealing fresh, radiant skin. So that is the card that is in there. Oh, there's a little tip on there. It says, for a deeper exfoliating treatment, leave on for up to 1 minute before rinsing. So they came in another really cute denim makeup bag. There's an 8 fluid ounce of the kale and green tea, which is a glass jar with a pump that comes inside of the box. I've actually got this in use and have had it in my shower for a hot minute. I use this every single day. So in lieu of that, once a week is about as much as I can do it. I use the papaya and vitamin C ginger root lactic acid, and I can use it by itself, or I can mix it in with the Eminence Dermafoliant, that powder that you guys see I repurchase over and over. When I really want a nice exfoliation, and I'll just really massage it over the skin. I don't just like set it there. I like to massage it with the Eminence. I can do that about once a week on my like more sensitive type of a skin, but it does leave my skin just feeling really smooth when I do use it. Again, I only do that probably about once a week for a really nice deep exfoliation. But for like a cream product, I have used it by itself, and like you wouldn't think when you use something with no like beads or anything in it, it's just like a cleanser and you're just massaging it over your face, you wouldn't think that you would feel any exfoliation. So like the first time that I did that, I was just massaging away on my face, you know, and then I rinse it off. I must have like massaged it too long or something, and I kind of overdid it, because I've mentioned this in the past. I've given myself acid burns before, and I do use the Pixie Glow Tonic, which is also an acid. I use that morning and night as well. So it does exfoliate, so don't, like when it says like up to a minute or something, I wouldn't go any further than that, because even though it's so smooth feeling and stuff, it is exfoliating your skin. And it smells really nice too. But this again is a newer one from Youth to the People. It's their papaya and vitamin C ginger root lactic acid cleanser, and a huge thank you to Youth to the People for sending that package over as well. And that is everything that I have for the haul today. I hope you guys enjoyed it and found it helpful. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to wear sunscreen, and I will see you guys later. Bye.